What if Tim Burton's Batman from 1989 had a sequel? Not a movie, not a comic, a novel. Yup, a full-on book with gadgets, trauma, chaos, and a villain that, well, we'll get to him in a bit. Now, before diving into the plot, let me tell you a bit where this book came from. Batman Resurrection is a novel written by John Jackson Miller. It's quite literally the continuation of 1989 Batman by Tim Burton. Forget Schumacher, Nolan, or Snyder. This picks up right after the Joker's death, with Gotham City still bleeding from within. This novel came out more than 30 years after that original film, yet it perfectly captures that gothic, bizarre, hunting vibe we all remember. Reading it feels like someone found a lost script in an old Warner Brothers vault and thought,
Yes! Eureka! I found it!
okay, now let me tell you why this book hit me on a personal level. Superman has always been my favorite superhero. Shout out to the legend Christopher Reeve. But Batman holds a special place in my heart. When I was a kid, my dad used to tell me stories about the 1960s Batman series. The one with Adam West. Colorful villains, and those classic pow, bam. I even remember watching reruns of that show with him. That was my first memory of the Cape Crusader. Later on, I grew up watching Tim Burton's movies. The gothic visuals, Danny Elfman's haunting score, Michael Keaton's epic presence, and Jack Nicholson's unhinged Joker. I wasn't a big comic reader, but I had Batman toys and never missed an episode of Batman the Animated Series on Warner Brothers. So, a few weeks ago, when I discovered Batman Resurrection, I expected it to play out in my mind like a direct sequel to the 1989 movie. But as I started reading it, something funny happened. In my head, it looked and sounded just like Batman the Animated Series instead. The tone, the atmosphere, even the characters. All of it reminded me more of those animated nights from my childhood than the live-action films. And honestly, I love that. Alright, let me give you a spoiler-free breakdown of the plot. The story kicks off right after the Joker's death. Without its most iconic villain, crime mutates, and a new corrupt threat rises. Batman is struggling to maintain peace, but also to find meaning as Bruce Wayne. His relationship with Vic Vale is shaky. Alfred is concerned, and Bruce's demons are louder than ever. Then a new villain appears, one who manipulates fear and transformation, and might just be more connected to the Joker than we think. Now let's talk what really worked for me in this book. First off, the atmosphere is spot on. It feels like I was dropped right back in Tim Burton's Batman or the animated series. The blend of elegance and horror. That sense of a city trapped in eternal night. It's all here. And the gadgets on another level. Batman works like a real detective in this one. It's not just brute force, it's tech, strategy, and deduction. That's the Batman I love. Now let's talk about Alfred. He's not just a butler, he's a second father. Wise, sarcastic, loyal, and deeply human. His dialogues have real emotional weight and provide the perfect breaks when the story gets heavy. Also, the pacing. A lot happens, but there's no filler. It's a tight balance between action, mystery, and introspection. It moves fast, but still digs deep. Of course, no book is perfect, so here's what didn't quite work for me. There's a character with, let's say, transformative abilities. At times, it just didn't feel believable. Like the book stepped over the line and went a little too sci-fi. Kinda jumped the shark. Also, the main villain is revealed too late, and when he finally shows up, his motivations aren't super clear. It's not that he's a bad character. It's that he needed more page time. I found myself going, wait, is that him? But why is he doing all this? Oh, and I really missed Commissioner Gordon. He's barely in the book, and when he is, he feels like background noise. To me, Gordon is Gotham's moral compass. His absence was definitely a weak point. So, why should you read this book? Because it's the perfect blend of nostalgia and quality writing. It's not just for Batman fans. It's for anyone who wants a good story with action, emotion, and a touch of gothic noir. It's a love letter to a time when superheroes were dark, broken, and deeply human. To wrap things up, Batman Resurrection took me longer to read than I expected, but I enjoyed every minute. Like a kid watching cartoons on a Saturday morning. Because sometimes, even without superpowers, a man in a cape can still be the hero we need. Do you think the Batman can exist without the Joker? What do you think of the villains? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let me know if you want more superhero book reviews or modern classics. If you like this video, hit like, subscribe, and stay tuned. Because next time I've got another book coming that's very different, but just as haunting. Bye!